Words. We use them every day. We speak them, we write them, we think them. We use them to communicate our needs, our desires, our hopes, our dreams, our fears, and essentially our stories. But how many times do we hear each other's stories? I mean, actually listen. Listen to what words mean to someone or implicate about a person. Many times we can let our assumptions and reactive behaviors take over without question. But is this helpful? Not thinking before we speak or opening our ears to really listen. I am at fault for this, like many, and through the internship at Modus Theater Company, I have started to understand the power of words and thus the power of thought. Words convey meaning, and if we are unaware of how these implications affect people, perhaps we could stop speaking and start listening. Like Hugo's story, here is a clip I edited as part of this internship in hopes of generating discussion around the stereotypes immigrant Americans face.
I am not a criminal. I am not here to steal money or take anyone's life for no reason. I am here to help. Help anyone who needs my help. That is why I was born. Whether that be in Mexico or the US, I was born to help. That is simply who I am. There are so many people dying of hunger, living on the streets with no help. And yet, people think I'm here so I can have a lot of kids, get food stamps without paying any taxes, or so I can get a check from the government and spend it all to myself. Well, guess what? I'm not here to take advantage of you, the US government, or anyone else. I am here to help those little kids that need toys to play with. I am here to put a smile on their face when they eat a good meal before they go to bed. I am here to help those parents keep moving forward in life. But somehow, people think I'm here so I can sell drugs, or that I'm part of a gang because I have tattoos, or that I'm out there stealing cars. Wait, is that why people turn on their alarm systems when they see me? Well, I don't have a fancy car, and I don't want to steal yours. My car is good enough. It takes me to places like my soccer games, music classes. It takes me to the woods to take pictures of birds, trees, mountains. I would love you to see that. But when I try to show people who I am, they still see a criminal. It just gets so frustrated.
Hearing Hugo's story by editing these clips and the many other experiences of undocumented Americans who crossed the border as children, I started getting frustrated too. Working at this nonprofit, I walked into a different political climate every day. President Trump has been silently cutting rights for immigrants by changing the policies created by the Obama administration called DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. DACA allows certain undocumented immigrants who entered the country as minors to receive a renewable 2-year period of deferred action for deportation and eligibility for a work permit. Because of these policy changes, people like Hugo are unable to gain access to permits and citizenship. While I feel frustrated about this, I can only imagine what Hugo feels on a daily basis. I take my 9-digit American number for granted, but Through the opportunity to hear these stories, I was able to help people like Hugo be heard and perhaps help shift the way people talk about immigration and, more importantly, how people think about American immigrants.